Christmas is approaching, and along with it, hearts fill with expectation and emotion. But have you ever stopped to think about the true meaning of this period? We're not just talking about the lights that decorate homes or the gifts exchanged, but the deep calling it carries. According to reports of apparitions of Our Lady throughout history, Christmas is much more than a celebration. It is an invitation to renewal, humility, and above all, love. She always emphasizes that this is the time to turn to God, recognizing the simplicity of the manger where Jesus was born and bringing this symbolism into our daily lives. Have you ever wondered how small actions in your daily life can reflect this humility? This is what Our Lady wants to teach us. It is interesting to note that, in her messages, Our Lady reminds us that Christmas is not just an isolated event, but a unique opportunity to reevaluate our priorities. She invites us to reflect. Are we really living the essence of Christmas, or are we just letting ourselves be carried away by consumerism? Think about how often our concerns about meals and gifts keep us from truly communing with those we love. Our Lady asks us to take advantage of this time to reconcile ourselves, not only with others, but also with ourselves. Here, she warns us, forgiveness is the greatest gift we can offer, and it costs nothing, but is worth everything. How many people around you are waiting for just one word from you? Now, imagine Our Lady looking at your home at this moment. How would she see your actions and what you prioritize? In some messages revealed in apparitions such as those in Medjugorje, she emphasizes the importance of opening our homes to welcome the love of Christ. This means that the nativity scene should not be just a decorative piece, but a living reminder of simplicity and sacrifice. Have you done this year? Have you prepared a special place, not just physically, but in your heart, to welcome this light that illuminates the world? One of the most beautiful things that Our Lady brings us is the idea that Christmas is a new chance. No matter how far away you feel from God, how difficult your days have been, or how many mistakes you have made, every Christmas we are called to begin again. Imagine this for a moment. A baby being born in a humble manger, bringing with him all the hope in the world. This image reminds us that just as that night transformed the history of humanity, we can also transform our personal history. And make no mistake, Our Lady also warns us about the distractions that can take us away from this purpose. She talks about how the concerns of the modern world, such as technology and the daily rush, often blind us to what really matters. During one of her most recent messages, she said that silence of the heart is the greatest gift we can give ourselves this Christmas. How often do you allow yourself to truly stop, turn off your cell phone, and listen to what God has to say? She insists, create moments of peace in your routine, even if it is just a few minutes a day. You may be wondering, but how can I connect with this message in the midst of so many challenges? This is where the practical part that Our Lady offers us comes in. She suggests that small gestures, such as lighting a candle while praying or sharing a simple meal with someone in need, can be transformative. Don't underestimate the power of something small. Who knows? Maybe that seemingly simple gesture you made today was the answer to someone's prayer. And now we come to a point that few people know. There are reports that Our Lady, in some of her apparitions, left specific messages about a Christmas that will be different. One of these messages mentions that in difficult times, Christmas will be a time of great spiritual renewal for those who are open to hearing the call. Imagine a Christmas in which the stars shine brighter, like a divine sign for those who seek hope in times of darkness. Are you prepared to experience something like that? This is the mystery she leaves us. Even more powerfully, Our Lady reminds us that Christmas is not just for us. She emphasizes the need to pray for the world, for those who are suffering, and for those who have no home to return to. In her words, the love we offer at Christmas echoes through the heavens and transforms the most hardened souls. Think about this as you prepare your Christmas meal. Could you include a special prayer for someone who is alone right now? When Our Lady speaks to the hearts of her children, she always points to the family as the fundamental foundation of any truly fulfilling life. In the context of Christmas, she reminds us that the Holy Family of Nazareth is the perfect model of love, unity, and humility. However, she also knows that families face profound challenges, fights, separations, and even the pain of silence between family members who no longer speak to each other. Our Lady asks us to see Christmas as a unique opportunity to restore these bonds, emphasizing that without harmony in the home, everything else becomes empty. Think about how a simple "I'm sorry" or "I love you" can change the atmosphere in your home. What about you? Have you ever thought about taking this step to transform the environment in which you live? Prosperity, often misunderstood, is also a point that Our Lady touches on in her messages. She teaches us that true prosperity is not only material, but spiritual. There is no point in accumulating riches if your heart is empty. However, she also recognizes that financial blessings are necessary for a dignified and peaceful life. In her messages, Our Lady encourages us to place our financial concerns before God with confidence. She reminds us that God, just as He multiplied the loaves and fishes, can multiply our opportunities and resources when we act with faith and honesty. Think about it. Are you fully trusting God to guide you on a path of prosperity, or are you trying to solve everything on your own? According to Our Lady, success must be seen from a divine perspective, not just a worldly one. She calls us to redefine what it means to win in life. For her, true success is fulfilling our mission to spread love, peace, and compassion wherever we are, whether in a humble job or in a prominent position. Our Lady also warns that success without values is empty and can bring more problems than achievements. She asks us to seek success with integrity, using our gifts to serve others. And now I ask you, what are you doing today so that your success can positively impact the lives of others? Health is another crucial aspect in Our Lady's messages. She invites us to take care of our bodies, which are the temple of the Holy Spirit, but without neglecting our spiritual health. In apparitions such as those in Medjugorje, she emphasizes the importance of prayer for healing, not only physically, but emotionally. She teaches us that many of the illnesses of the soul, such as anguish and despair, are reflected in the body. Therefore, she guides us to live more lightly, forgiving, thanking, and giving our worries to God. During this Christmas, could you take some time to reflect? How is your emotional and spiritual health? Are you taking care of yourself with the same dedication that you take care of your body? Our Lady also reminds us that health and family are deeply connected. A disharmonious home makes everyone sick, while a loving environment heals the deepest wounds. In her messages, she always highlights the power of family prayer as a way to strengthen bonds and protect against evil. Have you thought about gathering your family to pray together this Christmas? Even if it seems like a small gesture, this can open spiritual doors of blessings and protection that we cannot even imagine. And as for prosperity, she invites us to be generous, even with little. Our Lady assures us that giving to others, whether it be love, time, or material goods, is the key to receiving more in return. She tells us that true prosperity begins when we learn to share. A simple example. Have you ever thought about including someone in need at your Christmas dinner or donating food to those who don't have anything? Gestures like these have a spiritual impact that reverberates not only in this life, but in eternity. Regarding success, Our Lady inspires us to seek it, but without forgetting the pillars that sustain us: faith, family, and humility. The modern world often pressures us to have more, earn more, be more. But she reminds us that success is being at peace with God, with ourselves, and with those we love. And here comes a secret that few know. In some messages, Our Lady said that true success is that which brings us closer to heaven, not that which ties us to the passing things of earth. Have you ever stopped to think if your achievements are aligned with God's plans for you? Finally, Our Lady leaves us with a profound message about health, prosperity, and family. These blessings are interconnected and are reinforced by faith. During Christmas, she calls us to seek divine protection for every aspect of our lives. Perhaps you are facing difficulties in one of these areas, but know that, in the words of Our Lady, there is no darkness that can withstand the light of Christ. Are you allowing this light to enter your life? These points help us understand that Christmas is more than a celebration. It is an opportunity to align our lives with the messages of love, peace, and faith that Our Lady so generously gives us. What other aspects of family, health, or prosperity would you like us to delve deeper into? To conclude this first part, I leave you with a question that Our Lady invites us to ask ourselves this Christmas. Are you truly living as a reflection of the light of Christ, or are you simply existing in the midst of the darkness of the world? This reflection can change everything. But the answer, dear viewer, depends only on you. Leave a comment telling us where you will spend Christmas, if you follow the tradition, what you think about the date, or anything else you want. A great end of the year to all of us, and until the next video.